What's going on, guys? PlayBox here. We're back for another Dragon Ball Legends video. In this video, we're just going to be going over some gameplay that I recorded last season in PvP, where I was using Fusions, my main team, in the top 3k of PvP. So I'm just going to be commenting over some pretty good matches because I just wanted to use Fusions against some highly meta teams because, you know, Fusions ain't that top tier nowadays anymore. So I just wanted to use them in top 3k and gonna commentate over it. So I don't want this intro to be too long, so without further ado, let's hop in straight into the first match. So for the first match, we're going up against Godkey, and he decided to bring double blue, so that's pretty interesting. He gets a PV to start off the match, so that sucks for us. But you know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta tanking Vados' attack, which is not even that impressive because Vados doesn't even do that much damage to begin with, and we have that 80% cut in the beginning. So I mean, we shouldn't be taking any damage whatsoever. Dodge here. We go in for the drift, but he taps out of it. So I'm going to wait here for my Vanish to restore. And it did. And he vanishes out. But I anticipated him going right away, so I was able to catch him there. And now we can start in a nice combo. And honestly, the damage doesn't look that impressive, especially with type advantage from Gogeta. So I switch over to VB to draw a card so we can extend the combo for one more card. And then he vanishes out of my attack. So now I'm going to be forced to take this damage, and then some decent damage. So I switch over to Gogeta thinking he might have a strike, but you know, I guessed wrong, which sucks. So now I'm forced to eat this with Gogeta, but I'm not too worried because he can heal after switching out and back in. So now we're trying to get that blue card, but we get the PV instead. So here I switch over to Gogeta in case he switches out again, so we can do some damage here. Do I go for the blue card? Okay, well, my charge step didn't register there, but we go for the blue card, and I'm trying to get my the second blue card again, see if I can catch him in a side step somehow. But I decide to throw it, and he vanishes out of it. Goes for the switch. I think he vanishes out, and he goes immediately right away. And you know what? I decided to just throw in my rush because I just want to get rid of his first life, and he has a lot of health, so this is actually not too bad. But also, you gotta remember that Gogeta does have an anti-revival mechanics. So after this, we're going to be gaining 2 Dragon Balls and 20% health, which is really good because I could have really used that health since I was down a bit. So with this, we gained 2 Dragon Balls and we're back to full health, which is really damn good. So it worked out perfectly for us. Switch over to VB, but he goes in for the green card. I wasn't anticipating that. So now I think here in the next card, I just switched to Gogeta Blue. And I was lucky enough because he went in for the strike card, but we don't have a blue, so we're forced to just, you know, go for a tap to see if we can bait the vanish, match the blast card there. And so yeah, now he got his gauge back. I think I slowly drift back, try to see if I can get the green card, but he doesn't go for it. Oh yeah, here I go straight into Gogeta when he goes for the blast card, and was able to use the blast armor on the green card, so that was a really good play. And now we can start another combo. So now the damage is starting to look a bit more impressive. Still nothing too crazy, but you know, still good, fairly impressive for Gogeta Blue, Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 standards. So I think here we go for a blast card. I think here, yeah, there you go. We wait for the double vanish because, you know, like I said, a lot of people like to switch out and then vanish right away. So we caught him there, and we can go for the ult. Drop a comment right now. See if this ult is gonna kill him. Drop it right now. Pause the video. Go check. Time's up. Is he gonna kill? He does in fact kill the Revival Goku with the ultimate. I mean, should you even be surprised? It's type advantage, right? So here we're gonna get rid of Vados because he decides to drift around. He does it again, and I go for the green card. So what happened here was probably, and he forfeits the game. So what happened here was probably he was drifting close to me, and we got into close range, and my green card, I activated my green card, and that gains priority at close range if you activate the rush. So that's what happened there. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, for the next match, we're up against Regen that has 2 double Zenkai 7 units. LF Piccolo is definitely a problem, so we float back and try to see if we can get the blue card, and we actually managed to get him. And we get the feint too, and that does easily, like almost 3/4 of his health, so that's really good. We're almost able to pop Revival Cell's first life, but he switches out to MajinBlue to eat the damage. But you know, Gogeta, he has card draw speed up the ass, so we're able to extend this combo for a fairly long amount of time. And then we switch in, oh no, I thought we switched into Purple VB, but I guess we don't. I think he's trying to go for a tackle here. I go in for a strike thinking he's going to go for a tackle, but that didn't work out. But he switches into his Piccolo and then Cell for whatever reason. I guess he was hoping for me to go into Purple VB. So Gogeta has to take some damage there. So he goes for the green card again here. I try to cancel the sidestep, see if I can get the blast card on him. So he vanishes out of that. He goes back and we get the PV. So now we're able to fully get rid of his first life. So our Rising Rush is open for anybody now. I think I try to go for... I switched to purple PV because I don't have any blast cards. We stay at mid-range. I try to catch him in between the sidestep, and we actually managed to do it. He was actually in the middle of a tackle, so that's pretty unlucky. Goes into LF Piccolo. I don't know what this play was. I think I just accidentally charged for too long and went for my green card. But it is what it is. So we still have a Vanish, so I try to use the Vanish first before I switch out. Back to mid-range, go to Gogeta. He was waiting for me to sidestep again, so I went for taps again. Try to catch him in the sidestep again. I know here he was gonna go for a tackle since he just locked our strike card, so I went for the main and was able to get the ultimate off because, I mean, to be fair, that was pretty predictable. So we got some good damage on him, but MajinBlue loves to heal it all completely. So here we match his blast card, goes in for the taps, was a good play by him. Back at long range, go for the blast. Wait for the double Vanish sidestep. I'm telling you, that shit always works. So make sure you guys implement that in your play. So now we can get some really damn good damage on Cell, but not enough to finish him off. Not enough key. Vanish him out of the single tap, and now we're able to finish him off. So I think here we switch to Gogeta, and he goes in straight for the rush. Something I wasn't anticipating at all. And unfortunately, we don't guess this, and we lose a very important piece in our team, but we still have a type advantage over both of his units since we have purple BB and the red Gogeta, so we're still in a pretty decent spot. But that Zenkai Piccolo is really damn good, so we gotta watch out here. Catches us in a tackle with the main ability time stop, so that was a good play by him. Now he has a blue card. You see he's going into mid-range, trying to abuse the blast armor, so I go for an tackle, doesn't work, and I go for the rush thinking he was going to go for an attack, and it completely backfired, and we pretty much lost our rush there. So now we're in a pretty bad spot, but we can gain priority here since he used his Vanish. Switch into purple VB. I go for the ult here because I didn't expect Zenkai Piccolo to be back so soon. So unfortunately that completely wastes our ult because this does like pretty much negative damage. So that was a waste of an ult and a waste of a Vanishing Gauge recovery, so that really sucks. But he goes for a tackle after a blast, which was a pretty good play by him. And then he goes in for the blue, and this blue, there's no purple unit surviving this. So completely one-shots us, and purple VB is down. So now we're down to Gogeta for the comeback. And he goes for the blue card straight away. I mean, he took some decent damage off the blast armor, but nothing too crazy. Gogeta, I have no problem with Gogeta taking care of this Piccolo. I mean, he's not going to take damage. Honestly, that blue card did a lot of damage, but he can handle a Piccolo pretty easily. But let's see, we get the PV and we start the combo, and as you can see, one striker did like a quarter of his health, so that's that. He switches over to MajinBlue, and we get him with the green card, the clutch green card that just came out of nowhere. So we go in for the strike and then the blue card because I want to save the blast card in case of a long range fight, so we can kind of try to restore our Vanishing Gauge here. So, you know, we hold it down, and then we catch him without him looking, and we can secure the win with Zenkai Gogeta. So let's move on. Alright, for the next match, we're up against the future team with the future Gohan, Zenkai, and the Zenkai Trunks. He goes for a drift into a sidestep, which really was a good play because he was able to vanish out my green card, and now he's starting off a combo. But luckily for us, he went for another blast card when I switched over to Vegeta, so we're able to stop it right there. Get rid of his Vanish there, and he switches out to future Gohan. I wanted to hold the the striker a bit longer, but I guess I let it go too soon. So now he's doing a lot of damage there, so I had to switch over to Gogeta Blue to be able to tank this, and he can heal after, so it doesn't matter. Goes for a single tap, goes for a drift again, so that's why I went for tabs this time. See if we can get him with a blast card. I wanted to wait for him to sidestep, but he goes for a green card after a switch, which is a nice play by him. So he's able to get some damage on Gogeta right now, and he goes for the drop combo on VB. So right now, he's completely outplaying us. Like, he's reading all my moves, and he's doing a lot of damage to all my units, so I gotta watch out. Now he's going for a lot of sidesteps, so here goes front, all the way to the front, and goes for another sidestep where he's able to get almost half his health, actually more than half his health, with that blue card. And now get some strike card into him. Switches over to future Gohan. I think here, or I think the next card right here, I pop my main ability just to get the card draw speed, so we're able to extend the combo even further. Not the greatest damage because that Gohan is of course a tank, and he's on cover cut right now, so he's doing a lot of he has a lot of defense right now. So we just throw in the ult just to get it out there, so see how much damage it does. I forgot how much it does. Probably not a lot. You know, half health, I'll take that. So yeah, now we have a strike guard, goes in close range. He hurt me sidestep, but I canceled the sidestep, but he went for another sidestep himself, and he catches me instead. And he goes for the green. I should have probably switched into VB here, but luckily he didn't go for a rush here. But now he goes for a rush, and I decided to swap in VB because his Zamasu is pretty much dead. And so the use of VB is not that high anymore. So I decided, you know, might as well let him go because I still need the other 2 units. But it doesn't matter because we guessed his rush anyway, so that's good for us. Pop the main immediately just to get the health back. Going for some tabs, but he vanishes out of it, and he heard me sidestep, and I wasn't able to cancel it this time, but I don't die from that blue card, which is actually really surprising. I decided to go straight away there because he likes to drift around, so I decided to go straight away, and it actually worked out. And use my ultimate right before Future Gohan can swap in, so we should be able to get some good damage on Future Trunks. And Vegeta Blue's ultimate still does a lot of damage, so that's really good to see. Switch over to Gogeta Blue, and this time we were able to catch him on the drift sidestep, so we're able to finish him off here with Gogeta. I thought he was going to switch out, but I guess he didn't. Here I opened up with a blast guard, and it worked out because he went for a tackle, and I think that's pretty much a GG. So let's move on for one more match. Alright, for the final match, we're up against Hybrids with their famous 3-lined Gohan. And he opens up with a tackle, and we're able to capitalize on that right away. So, you know, Vegeta Blue, he's going to string an enormously long combo. And we had a full hand of strike almost, so yeah, it's a pretty damn long combo. And then we ended off with a blast card, and of course the last card had to be a blast, and he switches over to Future Gohan. Like, what kind of luck is that? He goes for another strike tackle, and we capitalize on again with the strike card, and now we're doing some crazy damage with Gogeta, and he switches over to FSK to tank the damage. So he goes again for another tackle. Like, bro, what are you doing? Goes for strike card, and I get the green card last second and was able to use. So right now things are going pretty damn smoothly for us. I mean, we did some pretty good damage on all of his units. We still didn't take out any of their 5 lives yet, so that's one thing to note. But he finally gets priority on Vegeta Blue. Switches over to Revival Gohan, and I switch over to Gogeta Blue to take the damage because he's able to tank that. Here I throw in my blue card because I thought he was gonna go straight away for the green, but I guess he didn't. So that was a good play by him. And now he catches me in the sidestep. He's starting to do some good damage there. Pops the main ability pretty damn early, so I guess he just wanted the health back, which is understandable, but just pops in long range for whatever reason. And now he catches me in another sidestep, and he has a freaking rush already. He was getting pummeled the first freaking few seconds, and he has a rush before me. Like, that makes no sense. I should have honestly switched to VB instead, but it is what it is. I wasn't thinking at the time. But it doesn't matter because this rush doesn't even kill Gogeta, so we're able to live another day. So, stay in with long range, switch over to VB expecting a sidestep, but it did not work out, and he gets a PV. So, our great start at the beginning quickly turned to shit, and now he has turned the tables yet again with, of course, the Hybrids team. I still have Vanish, and he goes in for a strike. I honestly should have vanished that and just started a combo myself, but decided to match it, and luckily for us, we won the clash. And here we're able to get rid of Revival Gohan's first life, so that's 4 lives left for this Hybrids team. So he gets the Revival off. Well, I forgot what I do here. I think I stinger out with Vegeta Blue because I still have my Vanish. Pop the main, thinking he was going to do something. I guess not. Goes in for the tackle. Single tap into the rush because I had no other options. He went straight in for a strike attack. So I had to pop the rush. Fortunately for us, he had to guess it, of course. So that really sucks. Like, those type of mistakes against Hybrids cannot be tolerated. So as you can see here, we're starting to take some damage. Goes into his Gogeta Blue to start tanking a bit here. Luckily for us, he has no more cards, so he's not able to kill him off with his red Gohan. So, I think here we switch over to Gogeta, the Zenkai one, to pop the main, get some health, stop clock, all that good stuff, but it doesn't matter because he one-shots us with his blue card. Open up with a blast, we're able to catch him in a sidestep, a tackle, sorry, so switch over to VB to string another long combo, but unfortunately he destroys all of our cards with Future Gohan's cover change, who, by the way, still has his endurance if I'm not mistaken, but we were able to catch him in a sidestep here. I don't know if we're able to pop his first life here. No, I get a green card, of course. Out of all the cards you could have gave me, they gave me a green card. Switch over to Gogeta Blue to get Vanish back. Fortunately, no cards, so we have to pop the main. Get him off the tackle, but he goes in straight away, and we weren't able to capitalize, and we're taking a lot of damage here. Luckily for us, he only has strike cards, and he wasn't able to kill us. He probably would have been able to kill us if he was sidestepping. He could have probably got another card. I get a PV there and just get too excited and go for the ultimate. Honestly, should have just went for a regular blast card and then try to get the ultimate off on Future Gohan later. But I got too excited and went for the ult. So here we're forced to switch into VB. But he goes in for the tackle again. This guy loves to tackle. And that pretty much cost him his Future Gohan. Because here, I think I throw in the blue card to lock him in to seal the deal. And so now it's a last man standing Zenkai Gohan, which is still scary, and he can definitely take this back here. So I stay in at mid-range, try to see if I can get the blast armor here. But I quickly go over to Gogeta Blue because I have to keep Vegeta Blue alive because he's my only way to win this game. I go for a blast guard, but he goes for the ultimate, and we're able to get out of there. And we catch him in a sidestep. But unfortunately, he's freaking type neutral, so the damage is nowhere to be found here. But luckily for us, that last green card had a Dragon Ball. So everything is riding on this rush right after I finish 5 strike cards. Everything is riding on his rush. If he guesses this, it's over. But if we land this, we pretty much win. And we go for the blue because he just saw us use one against Future Gohan and he doesn't guess it. And that seals the deal on this fusion versus hybrid matchup. And we're able to leave here with the dub. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe because that shit is so important, so don't forget. Other than that, have a great day. See ya.